Yeah, we got Ed Eyestone here, coach of the top 2 Americans in the 2023 Chicago Marathon. Yeah. The only Americans with the Olympic standard in this cycle. So how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really good. I mean, that was our mission coming in. That was our number one priority. Let's get 208.10 out of the way. Let's open up that window for all of the Americans. And let's just get, some PRs, and we saw that happen, and it was fun. I was also working on the broadcast, so it was difficult for me, but I was getting splits, so I knew that they were running well and within themselves as well. I wanted Connor to really not go through any faster than about 63:30, 63:15 maybe, if he felt really good. And I think he kind of kept to that. I haven't really broken down the splits yet. And I think he was on, maybe low 207 pace up till the last couple miles. But he held it together, even though he wasn't feeling great at the end. And 30-second PR for him. And then obviously Clayton Young has been training with him side by side, really not getting dropped in any of this stuff. So we were hoping he'd run 208, and he almost ran 2.7.
Yeah.
He had 2.7:59, 2.8 flat.
Yeah. Do you know what happened with Connor at the end, or was it just it's the end of the marathon, he's tired?
I think you're tired. I think you're tired at the end of the marathon, and he kept slugging it through. I haven't really even had the time to look at it or really talk to him in depth about it, but I know that he just kept on. He finished well, and I mean he finished. It wasn't as big a struggle as it was in Boston, so I think it was good. I think we were able to explore kind of some of the limits of things and make progressive steps. It'd be nice if you could PR by 2.5 minutes, like some people have been doing lately every time you're out, but we'll take 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I think, we'll learn some things from this. We'll go back stronger. What we'd like to do is have a nice negative split in the second half, like Kiptum did today, but, we'll take this and again, we unlocked 2 spots. Hopefully we'll get another spot by ranking or something, so we can take 3 people to Paris.
How do you feel about this? Like, if these guys are the only 2 Americans with the standard at the trials, but then someone else might be able to take that spot.
You know what? That's the way that they determined it, so we just go with it. There's no sense throwing your hands up in the air. You work with whatever the protocol is that they had. We realized that could be an opportunity, could be a chance. And what I told them after is, let's not worry about February 3rd. Let's enjoy what happened on October 8th. And kind of relish this moment, because you guys worked really hard for this. You did extremely well. I think we accomplished our goals. And then, in a week or 2, after we've had a little bit of recovery, then we'll start refocusing and going towards. But they're not going to change things after the fact. And they certainly punched 2 tickets. And you got to do it on the given day as well. And probably the other thing I'd say is the Olympics. I mean, that's the dream. That's what we'd all like to do. But they did very well in a World Marathon Majors today. So let's celebrate that. Let's enjoy that. And let's also celebrate the fact that we're going to take at least 2 Americans to the Olympic Games. And you guys have provided that opportunity for at least 2 men. Now, I hope it's them.
Yeah.
But if it's not, I think they can take some pride that they've provided at least 2 opportunities.
Yeah, I think Clayton mentioned that your message to him was patient and then destroy over the second half. Is that right?
Patience followed by destruction.
Okay, where does that come from?
Well, it was kind of my mantra back in the day, because I had been impatient a few, followed by self-destruction, and so I was just saying patient, because I knew it was going to be very difficult for him not to go with Connor, because he's been doing that in every workout. So I was like, let's stay at 64 pace through the half. And then I knew there'd be some debris out on the course, because when you have a guy like Kiptum and they want to go through in 60-40, and whoever goes with that, only Kelvin can do that right now. And so I knew there'd be some debris on the course. And if he could be patient, he'd roll up on a lot of people. And I think he did that. I don't know how many passes he had over the last half, but he certainly passed a lot more people than I don't know that he got passed by anybody. So that was a good thing, and I think that will give him some confidence. When you finish a marathon and you've got some legs under you and you're running still fast, then that's when you go, I can take some more time off of this.
Yeah.
So.
What do you make of 4 Americans breaking 2:09 in the same race? We've never seen something like that before in a marathon. Granted, it's a different era now with the shoes, but how do you make sense of that kind of performance?
Well, I mean, kind of what we've said all along is Chicago's a fast course, and when it's fast conditions and a fast field, it has all the makings of special things to happen. So not super surprised by that. I was excited as I was getting reports. I couldn't see anything because I was just depending on the reports that I got. But I was really happy to see a good group of Americans there churning out together. Super excited about Sammy Chalenga, that he would kind of have a breakthrough race for himself.
Yeah.
And Galen is back in the conversation again, and so that's great. I was a guy who competed until almost 40 as well, so it's good to see the old guys still being able to get it done.
Yeah.
And so now if we can just get someone, if we can get that third spot by someone maybe on the ranking list or something, that'd be awesome, because we want to take 3 people to Paris.
Yeah, and 2 hours 35 seconds, the world record. How do you make sense of that from Kiptum?
Well, this day and age, sometimes you don't make sense of things anymore. You just look at what's happened in the past. When I saw that he had run 59:45 for his second half in London in a little bit of rain and whatnot, then I went, okay, if it's better conditions than that, he's going to do it. He's going to be the guy. In fact, I told him at the press conference, I said, you're the next guy. You'll have the world record. I don't know if it's going to happen this weekend, but you will have the world record. And he kind of smiled. And then he also said he was kind of coy early on, saying, yeah, I'm going to go for the course record. And I said, oh, you're not as fit as London? And he said, no, I'm more fit than London. I said, well, you were training in the rainy season. It wasn't that hard. And he said, well, I got some good training in. So I said, so you're telling me that you're in better shape than you were in London. You're running on a faster course, better conditions probably, and you're not going to at least, take a look at that world record. And he said, maybe I'll go for the world record. Well, it was an emphatic maybe today. When they came through in 50 or 60-40 and change, I went, well, the way he's finished his only 2 marathons with a negative split, that world record is toast as long as he can keep it together. And so another sub 60 on the second half. I've got to figure out a way to have my guys negative split every time, and then we'll be okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats. Big day for the BYU alums and Provo. So
thank you.
Thanks, Ed.